For Sherman, today's weather was no accident.
Exactly, no accident. We had some beautiful hot conditions out there. Like you asked me earlier, I got my S on.
I like
sunny,
that, yeah.
Yeah, sunny and super hot.
It's not for Sherman?
No, not today. That's sunny and super hot today. It'll be for Sherman tomorrow.
Okay.
We had to pay attention to those type of conditions today. As a matter of fact, would you believe it's 80 degrees outside right now? And it's still very clear outside. We have winds that are blowing in out of the southeast, and we had a high temperature of, look at this, 94 degrees. The hottest place in Mississippi today was right here in the capital city, and we had an overnight low of a very, very warm 69 degrees. And what we have seen today is exactly what we are going to be seeing for the next few days to come. Take a look at the temperatures for today. A lot of places throughout Mississippi were well into the 90s, a lot more places than yesterday, and farther back to the west also there were a lot more 90-degree temperatures. Now, a few places farther down towards the coast, such as Hattiesburg and Biloxi, were a little bit cooler due to breezes blowing up off of the Gulf of Mexico. Now, clouds didn't really antagonize the sunshine at all again today, just like yesterday. For the most part, clouds shot past Mississippi to the east and remained towards the northern counties, but now much of central and southern Mississippi remain cloud-free. We still have very dry conditions throughout the southeast right now. It's just a little blob of rain around Kentucky, and we had a little shot of rain here in Mississippi today, and that was right around a front that was stationary just towards the northern counties. There's a lot of frontal motion throughout the United States today, but now this front is beginning to break up a bit, and by tomorrow it should have broken up a lot, and we're going to have a front that will be moving in out of the west. Tomorrow looks like it will be a very good day. Just a small chance for rain towards the northern counties, and that will be the case on Tuesday as this front will begin to break up over Texas, and the stronger part of the front will push into the northern counties. And a lot of you have been calling in about agricultural matters, so I'd like you to take a look at your agricultural forecast for the next couple of days. Next couple of days we'll expect 10 to 12 hours of sunshine, a lot of sunshine. Now, the potential for drying is still going to be very high, expecting a lot more dry weather in the area, and then we're going to have humidities that will be between 45 and 50%. Looks like that humidity is going to be there, and then we're still going to have a lot of dry conditions. Why don't you let me tell you about your dry forecast for this evening. For this evening, we can expect it to be mostly clear, another dry evening, 72 degrees for a low temperature, if you want to call that low. Southerly winds blowing in 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tomorrow, it looks like another hottie. Sunny and warm, 94 degrees for a high temperature once more. Southerly winds continuing to blow in. That extended forecast is still looking great. Chances for rain will be restricted way up to the north throughout Thursday and Friday. Temperatures throughout the day will be into the 90s, and then overnight we'll see temperatures that will be into the 70s.
You know, that same sun is drying out my garden.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know. Well,
don't go like a Mojave Desert.
Well, maybe you better stay out of that garden. We'd hate for you to dry out, too.
Thanks, Sherman.
Sure.
Speaking of tomorrow morning, Sherman, what's up weather-wise?
Okay. Well, first, Emily, we have a very, very weak front right now that is beginning to just weaken and break up. And as that goes out of the way, high pressure will take over, and that makes way for a very beautiful morning. Looks like we're going to have a sunabration in the morning. Temperatures will be into the mid-70s, and a big, beautiful sunrise will await you at 5:45. So do get up and enjoy. Emily?
Thanks, Sherman. Sherman, what's up for tomorrow?
Rain is getting to Emily, but we wake up in the morning and find ourselves with the blues. Tomorrow morning could indeed be the beginning of yet another stormy Monday. Temperatures should be pretty moderate, and we may not see a better chance for thunderstorms until the afternoon hours, but we'll be keeping an eye on those anyway. Emily?
Thanks, Sherman. And
the morning forecast, Sherman.
Well, the clear skies that we had this weekend were truly great, but I guess all things really do come to an end because as of the morning, clouds will be checking into our skies. We may have a small chance for rain going on into the day, but overall, I believe we'll see more clouds than any type of showers or anything of that nature. Jim?
Thanks, Sherman. And Sherman Nunn, who's going to give us a look at this week's weather. Sherman?
Well, the good news is it looks like we can finally get rid of those for a while, but now going into tomorrow morning, we can expect some rather cool conditions along with that sun up in the sky. Temperatures will be in the lower to mid-30s, so be prepared to scrape a little frost off those windshields. Quite possible. Derek?
All right.
Going on to the middle of the week, it's temperatures in the 50s in the day and in the 40s overnight. And once again, it's time for forecast fashions. And we have the casual kind of day today. So here's the cool ranch look with Krista and Wendell Miller of Cleveland, Mississippi. Krista's brother Brian of Jackson got the Bronco busting boots and the mean mini skirt. Has some nice fashions out there today to deal with that nice warm weather.
Bring the umbrella tomorrow, though.
Umbrellas will definitely be in fashion throughout the rest of the week, though.
Thanks, Sherman.
Sure.
Sherman Nunn joins us now with a look at the morning weather. Sherman?
Well, just as you thought it was safe to sport that new pair of sunglasses to work tomorrow, here we go. Return of the clouds. Going to block out a little bit of the sun tomorrow morning as the sun rises at 7:01. We have a temperature within the upper 30s, so it'll be pleasantly cool outside, but be prepared for that chance of light rain moving into tomorrow night. Emily?
Thanks, Sherman. Yeah.
Busy day, exactly. Being a weatherman, I kind of grabbed my plate and ran when the rain came through. I didn't want to end up on the grill, but that rain just cooled us off really nicely after those hearty meals. As a matter of fact, it's still pleasant outside right now. It's fair and 75 degrees. We had a high temperature today of 92, and we had an overnight low of 74 degrees. You can compare those to the averages of 92 for a high and 70 for an overnight low, and we were almost right on the money. And we did have a few showers to roll through the Mississippi area after those hearty meals, but they did calm the temperatures down a lot and let things look very, very nice. Those showers are moving out of the south at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Now, some of the heavier rain totals were dumped throughout the Lincoln, Copiah, and Hinds County areas. So we had some pretty heavy totals there. These showers very quickly dissipated after the sun went down. And right now, that's about all that's left, just a very clear radar screen. Now, one of those reasons for those high temperatures and for those very big rain totals rather popping up in the heating of the day was the high temperatures. We had 90-degree temperatures that were prevalent all throughout the southeast once again today, and it was a little bit cooler farther down to the south of Mississippi and farther to the south of Louisiana. That's where those clouds and the rain was more prevalent. But now we had the high humidities, and then that gave us those very incredible heat indexes. It felt like 98 degrees on our skin in Jackson. That was nothing compared to Greenwood. Felt like 103 up there. I think more than the meat was cooking up there. A few cooks probably got a little bit burned also. Now take a look at the clouds. It was rather clear throughout the earlier part of the day. A few clouds were along the Gulf Coast, and that's where most of those showers left over from last night were. But now we did have a few more clouds to move in throughout the heating of the day with those showers. Now watch how they just fire up right now, just firing up all across the southeast, and then they just calmly died down. We just have a few low clouds that are left right now, along with the remnants of showers that are moving through northern Mississippi. Here's a wider scan of those showers. They have died down for the most part, except for along the Gulf Coast and up towards the north. Some of the more severe weather was farther to the west of us, and that was in alliance with a low-pressure system out there. That's not affecting us, but what was affecting our weather was this area of high pressure in the Gulf. Now, the farther that pushed to the east, that allowed for a weak system farther to the west in the Gulf to bring up a little moisture on top of us, and that's where those showers fired up along with the heating of the day. Now, moving towards tomorrow, we'll have high pressure that will be dominating our weather once again, and that will give us some partly cloudy conditions, and we may have a few isolated showers throughout the heating of the day. And if you're like me, you probably have relatives that are going to be traveling back home, so we've put together a little travel forecast for you, let you take a look at some of the temperatures that they'll probably run into while going home or running through these areas. Looks like it's just going to be plain hot up there in the Memphis area, 94 degrees, and a little bit cooler farther down in the Palm Beach area, down there in Miami. Now we go ahead onto the maps. Tuesday, looks like things will have high pressure to the east of us. That will bring up a little bit of warmer air off of the Gulf, and we can expect a few more isolated showers popping up throughout the heat of the day, and that will be the course throughout the rest of the week. So let me get you started on that week right now. We can expect it to be partly cloudy throughout the rest of the evening. 73 degrees for an overnight low with light southerly winds blowing in for tomorrow. Partly cloudy, scattered afternoon thunderstorms. 93 degrees. Winds out the south at 10 miles per hour, and I think our extended forecast has went on the fritz. I don't know if part of the holiday surprise.
Hot though, some showers.
Yeah, we're going to have temperatures in the 90s throughout the day and into the 70s.